The plane's on fire. You have less than 90 seconds to evacuate an entire airplane. Sometimes it's not the fire that's the most dangerous thing, it's the person in front of you trying to take their bag.
What an idiot! Get out of my way! Why is your bag so important that you want to risk your own life or other people's life?
Well, today we're talking about evacuations of aircraft because in the last few months, we've seen evacuations. And what's really bothered me is they're taking their bags. I mean, it literally is the most ridiculous thing.
I don't understand what's so important or so invaluable that's with them. I think it's like an auto reflex action, like you brought your bags on, you wanted to bring your bags off type of thing. But people just don't get into that emergency mode. Like they don't realize I need to get the hell out of this aircraft.
It's stupid. It's their life.
Right.
It doesn't make it when you're watching these videos, it makes no sense at all.
Right.
I mean, us as crew members, what's the first thing you're doing? You're starting to you're critiquing the evac, right?
Right.
The first thing that you see, I mean, when you're seeing people come down those slides, they're holding a suitcase.
Yeah, that's stupid. I mean, first of all, it's dangerous. You got a freaking object, you can hit people.
You just watched an engine fire, Shawn.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't make it. If they knew how a fire goes through an airplane.
Right. How fast it can go through the airport.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing that people don't realize. I think this is a whole compounded like problem with the public in general with aviation, right? They know and have been repetitively being drilled with this, these are the exits and this is what you do and all that stuff, but they're starting to tune it out so that now they're not even thinking, and we've become so safe. Like accidents are so rare, right?
Right.
So we become so safe that they're just like, that's not going to happen to me. But then when it happens, we get all this stupid behavior, right?
Yeah.
With the bags coming down the slides and, people trying to, block their ways and I need to get out first and, all that crap.
Funny thing about it, though, too, is that people don't understand when other people watch these videos, the first thing that they do is they do what? They hold the crew responsible.
Yeah.
That's what they try to do. They try to sit there and say, oh, this is a crew thing. This is not a crew thing.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with crews.
Well, and that's also why the FAA right now has like mandated airlines to like start making more announcements about not taking your bags, right?
Yeah.
So all the airlines now, if you've been traveling lately, has been, you're hearing these announcements. And in the event of an evacuation, please do not take your baggage, And so that has to be repeated over and over until they get this conditioning in their head. But, the liability airline is in jeopardy when you're talking about like, safety and, FAA wants to blame us first, just like you were saying.
But go back to when you board an aircraft, right? You have like 20, 25 minutes to board a plane because they're bringing their bags on.
20, 25 minutes to board a plane domestically.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I'm saying, they're bringing it back. We're just talking about domestic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've seen recently, right, in the news. So you're looking at like 20, 25 minutes to bring their bags on slowly.
Yeah.
Right? Trying to find places for their bags.
Right.
You have less than 90 seconds to evacuate that entire plane.
Right.
Less than 90 seconds.
People don't realize that. And
they're risking not just their lives, but everyone's life behind them.
Yeah. If there is a, like firefighters say the flash over effect of a fire on board the aircraft, I mean, that happens so quick. You
just
have to
runs,
you have to be off that aircraft. It's going to just jet down that whole entire tube of the plane.
Yeah, it runs where the oxygen. If you've never seen this, go look at it. I mean, they have videos and they'll show you a video of how it runs inside of an airplane. Because what you did, that bag just cost probably 20 people their lives.
Right.
It makes absolutely no sense.
I think also, talking about this whole subject of safety, I think there's another thing that FAA should be looking at too. Like, not only you're going to hold the companies liable for the safety, and us instructing the public, but they also need to hold the public accountable in other situations. Like, I personally think that it should be illegal for anybody on the plane for takeoff or landing to not have their shoes on.
No, I get that.
Like we get that. That's
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But until they start seeing an incident that has that like people getting off the plane and they're coming with no shoes and they're cutting their feet and all this stuff and realize, oh wow, this we should enforce this too. You know? But these are basic rules, in this industry, like we've seen over our whole entire career. Rules only change when an incident happens. Right. Right?
Yeah.
So,
but
unfortunately.
just going back to what you said, thinking that as a passenger, you take your shoes off on an airplane, and then like 5 minutes later, you're evacuating that, and all of a sudden your shoes are gone.
Right. Yeah. I mean, people don't think that way. That's why they're not thinking about like me grabbing my bag and getting into the overhead bin to even attempt to grab my bag is slowing just 1-2 seconds away from that emergency that could possibly the person at the end of the line, the last person getting off the aircraft, might not be able to get off the aircraft because they're already dead.
But what's worse is that you're seeing these videos that are coming out that you're seeing passengers actually videotaping them standing in line.
Oh yeah.
Everybody holding their bags.
I saw that.
Trying to get off the airplane.
Yeah.
And then they have to take the extra seconds because they're cradling their bag and they're jumping into the slide. So if you looked at it, truly though, if you looked at evacuation, first of all, did you look the last one that you seen on the airplane? Okay, the first person that went down, they all ran away.
Right.
Nobody assisted anybody.
No.
There's certain things that we do in evacuation.
Right.
And we tell a person, the very first person exiting, to do what?
Help the person off the plane.
Help at the bottom.
Yeah, help at the bottom.
But okay, it also makes sense if you think about this, because you're just thinking about yourself.
Right.
You're not thinking about anybody else.
No.
When you take your bag, you're thinking about who? Me, my stuff, right? You're not thinking about anybody else's life.
This is standard, right?
I know, but you're not thinking about anybody's life behind you.
Selfishness in the airline business is not a rare occasion.
Yeah, but you see it through this whole evacuation. I mean, it's ridiculous because we have to deal with this in training later on because the FAA comes after the crews with the training because they're saying, oh, you need more training. Right. Okay, well, how do you get people to make their lives more important than a bag?
Find them.
I mean, okay.
Here's the thing. Like they held us accountable, like as a airline, like they're going to review these videos. They're going to investigate the things, all this stuff. They find the companies or they recommend the companies and force them to do certain things. The public should have accountability too. Like if you've done something that you're violating the rules of the aircraft and you're inhibiting evacuation of an aircraft or videotaping going down, why shouldn't they get a fine?
No, I get that because they have a lot of videotapes of them too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, in order to prevent this, you have to have some type of preventative, reaction to this. Like, it has to have some type of result, or not the result is not the word I'm looking for, but it has to have some type of consequences. What I'm looking for. And so, until they put that on the public's going to continue to do the things that we keep on seeing. That YouTube or whatever what the heck is what I'm thinking about. What's the
Instagram or
or whatever? Any of the
any social media.
Yeah. Any social media out there, you need that's what they're all wanting to do. I need to post this. I need to get this on. I'm a part of this.
That's at 10 seconds, and that's what kills me though, because if you watch the other videos, you'll see like an aircraft. Okay, so you have an engine fire, right? So you had this one was on the left side of the aircraft,
right? So
you're looking at it, so pretty much what side you're going to be going out.
Right.
Okay. And then you get on the ground and you're thinking, okay, we're on the ground, we're safe. But that's a false sense, right? So they get this thing in their head like, oh, it's not as bad as you think it is.
Right.
Right. So they're sitting there saying, oh, I'm not seeing fire right now, so it's not as bad as you think it is. I'm trying to think of logically what's going through their head.
Yeah.
Because you're taking bags, you're taking videos, you're doing everything that you're not supposed to do. But as soon as you hit that slide, as soon as they hit the slide, they're gone.
Yeah.
Right? Their ass was taking off running on the tarmac. I didn't see one person help anybody until the fire department got to the bottom of the slide.
Right. And that's what the problem is.
Yeah.
They're thinking logically.
Yeah.
Right? The public doesn't think logically.
Yeah, but but when you're looking at these evacuations, people get injured.
Right.
Because of not helping anybody at the bottom.
Right.
right? They get injured going down slides. They get injured because they have bags. They get it just doesn't
It
make
goes
any
on and
sense.
on.
I
Like,
mean, it's just utterly ridiculous. And not to mention, it's like you're blocking the exit. I mean, just think if you got a family behind you.
yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Well, I mean, this is like compounded also, like the exact same thing as like turbulence. When we talk about turbulence, you know, people sitting in the seats and fasten their seatbelts. Like, it's as simple as that, but still, as much as we tell them and stuff, they still don't do it. And they have to sit there without there, and then they get injured.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, they want to hold the airline accountable for it. Well, yeah, but you're not following the instructions too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, this is a continuous problem in the industry. Like, it's going to continue to be, but it's something that needs to be addressed.
The reason why we want to talk about this today, guys, is that we've seen so many of these evacuations, and every single time that we see them, people are taking bags with them. And you don't understand. I mean, right now, okay, so it didn't cost other people their lives. But let me tell you something. It's going to one day. And what it is that there's going to be 20 or 30 people behind you that's not going to make it off the aircraft because of your stupidity.
Well, it's not one day, too. I mean, if you look up the history
I'm just talking about
of airlines.
I'm talking about what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now. But in the history of airlines, there is a very famous accident that happened, the collision of the planes in Los Angeles, that the two planes were on fire. And people died at the emergency exit at the window because there was an argument that ensued trying to get out of the window, and they were fighting on who was going to get out of the window first.
Right.
And that, I mean, you can look up this in history and stuff and see the whole account of this accident. And the people that were behind them, all of them died of smoking inhalation because of this fight.
And that's the part. That's the part we're trying to get across to you guys, is that anytime that you're on board an aircraft, trust me when I'm telling you, you have less than 90 seconds to get off that plane. We are trained that way, and there's a reason that we're trained that way. Leave the bag and get your butt off the aircraft, because you can always go back and get that bag, but if you're not there, it doesn't make a damn bit of difference.
Exactly.
Right.
And all this material bullshit is replaceable.
Yeah, it does.
Everything's backed up to the clouds now and electronically. It's like all this stuff, like, burn my Mac, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I'm going to get a new one.
And you know, the airlines are going to cover everything.
Right, yeah.
They're not going to cover it. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everything that you had on there, they're going to cover it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference.
It's silly.
All right. So, hey, what the hell happened with you in Tokyo?
Dude, this is a long story, but it's definitely worth it, because for every crew member that's out there, I'm going to tell you right now, learn this lesson. This is something you do not do. So ever, never.
You guys, wait till you hear this story, man, because this is crazy.
So I'm going to Tokyo, and I'm going there for the first time. So, and I'm flying into Narita, and the airport, you know, first time going in there, just a big international airport, just like all of them, but I'm in a foreign country and all this stuff. Had a blast on my layover. Like, I went to all kinds of stuff, but we're going to talk about that in another episode. But we got to talk about this situation. I'm a crew member. I'm in a foreign country. I decided, I'm going to go adventure around, and I'm out and about doing Ubers all over the place and everything. And my pairing pops up, like, boom. And we got a modification. So I'm like, uh-oh, we're delayed. Like that. Everybody, every crew member knows that. Yeah. Like, uh-oh, I got to confirm.
It's a good or bad moment, right?
What is this good? Yeah, good or bad? I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. What's happened? So I'm looking at it, and we're delayed. And so the plane gets delayed, and they modify it like a few times before they finally, like, this is the definite time where you're going to. So I'm supposed to show up like at 9:25 to my van. So, as usual, international destination. I know I'm going to be flying a long flight. I get a little nap before I check in and all this stuff. I get up, do my little routine, all that stuff in my room. And I decide I'm going downstairs to check out. I'm like 15 minutes before I'm supposed to be down in the van, have time to check out and all that stuff. So I get down there and I'm waiting. And the guy's checking me out. There's one guy at the counter because it's late at night. And I'm like waiting, and like it's taking a little longer than normal. And I'm like, I got to get down to my van. Let's go. And so finally I get up there and I'm like, I got to hurry. I've got to get to my van. So he checks me out and everything. I'm like, thank you. So I go downstairs to where the van is, where I pick up, and I walk outside, and there's nobody there. It's a ghost town. Gee, it's like
Did you get the wrong time?
I thought like I went down this escalator into like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is weird. Where's the rest of my crew?
You had
like,
to be thinking you had the wrong time.
Yeah, I'm like, do I have the wrong time? I'm checking my pairing. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, what's happening here? Like, is this right? Like, update, trying to get the
heart rate start going up.
Yeah. And I'm like, what's happening? I know I'm supposed to be here at the right time. So now I go back upstairs and I'm looking for the crew. I go back downstairs. I'm looking for the crew. I go outside the hotel. I'm walking around the outside of the hotel. Like, did I miss the spot I'm supposed to be picked up? I'm like, I don't know where in the freaking, where's the crew? So I'm like, okay, heart rate is elevated. What do I do? I'm like, okay, I need to contact.
Especially in a foreign country.
Yeah, I'm in a foreign country. I don't speak this language. I can't talk. Like, I know there's, English speaking people, but it's like, you're like, okay. So I'm like, okay, call crew scheduling. So I call and I'm like trying to get a supervisor and how long, I mean, I'm sure everybody in the world that works for an airline knows how long it takes get to.
You're in panic mode.
Yeah.
Right?
And everybody's in panic. I'm like, my blood pressure is going out of control right now. And so I'm like trying to get there and finally get hold of a duty supervisor. And I'm like, okay, they said my van's this time. And he's like, no, I think your van's at 10:30, not 9:25, and your show's at 10:30. Well, he's looking at the show to the airport, not the van pickup. Yeah. And I'm arguing with him, like, no. He's like, oh wait, oh yeah, you're right. I go, so can you call my crew? Like, where's my crew at? Like, what's happening? I'm like, this is my pairing. He goes, yeah, I think my next move is I'm gonna call somebody. Dude, I'm like, come on, help me out. I'm like, I got minutes here. I'm like, what's going on right here? I need to figure out what's happening. I've never in my entire 37 years come down to a hotel lobby and there's not even a person from the hotel visiting in this lobby. It's empty.
Especially international, because it's a whole different animal.
Yeah.
It's not like you just jump in an Uber and head to the plane.
And when I went outside and there's just no one around, you're just like, what the hell?
You go straight into freak out mode.
I was in freak out.
There's no way, because I know. I mean, you're in freak out mode right now.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I go up and go up to the counter and I'm asking him. I'm like, listen, I go, can you call I can't find my crew. I go, can you call my crew? And I have the scheduler on the line. He's trying to figure out what's going on too. So he's like, oh, this person's checked out. Oh, this person checked out. Oh, this person. I'm like,
did I check that pairing modification right?
What the hell? I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, how can they all be checked out and gone? Like, I'm like,
right.
This is weird. And like, I didn't get a call. Like, nobody called me or nothing. Like, told me. I'm like, my pairing says this.
Have you put it together that they left you yet?
No, dude. I'm sitting there. I'm like, wait. So, meantime, on the van, they had taken the bus and left like almost 10 minutes early. And they had gotten down the road and the lead flight attendant is going through doing crew rest.
They had to leave even more than 10 minutes early, because you think about how long it takes to actually.
No, I was down there like at the bus about 5 minutes before departure.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. I was delayed at the counter,
right.
So that's what I was estimating. So then he's going down and he's like, what bunk do you want? What crew rest do you want? All that stuff.
Yeah,
this is the lead flight attendant. So the lead flight attendant is like, what do you want? What do you want? And so he's like, gets down. I'm like 8th name on the list. And he's like, Shawn. He's like, where's Shawn? Kevin, where the hell? Like he realized then that it was like, we left a crew member.
That's the most taboo thing that you do,
they
right?
Left a crew member.
Not, I don't care what it is, you don't leave your crew.
Dude, I was like, so now I'm back at the hotel trying to figure it out. I realized now the hotel had actually got a guy to me, and because I also called the transportation company, and so they all coordinated, talking Japanese, and figured out, oh, the bus left me.
No, the crew left you.
Yeah, the crew left me, right.
On the bus.
Right. So then now I've got to get to, they're going to pay for a taxi to get me to the airport. Now it's like 25 minutes to get to the airport. I got to go through an airport that had never been through customs.
By yourself.
By myself. I
Yeah.
had no idea where I'm going. And so I'm now on with the supervisor and all this stuff. And they're telling me, you know, oh yeah, okay. The purser has called us and contacted us. And, you know, the supervisor's like, yeah, we kept trying to call you, but it kept going to voicemail. And I was like, yeah, okay, so what's he doing? He's like, yeah, we kept trying to call you, and it keeps going to voicemail. I'm like, I don't care about this voicemail problem. I'm like, dude, you're not on my contact list, and if you're not calling from scheduling, you're not getting through to my phone. Get past this and help me right now.
My blood pressure is now coming through my head.
You're going to be calling the ambulance pretty soon. You're making me have a heart attack. So all these things are happening. It's like every crew member out there can understand like the time and the expediency that you're trying to like move in trying to like figure this out.
But if they haven't done international, it's worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to clarify that. Okay, domestic is one thing.
Yeah.
International, whole different
When you're
animal.
in the country that you speak their language,
yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. Well,
but when you're in a country where you don't speak their language, now I've got a language barrier I got to deal with.
I just had to clarify that because there's a whole different level of freak out.
So I was freaking out. So now the lead flight attendant is freaking out himself because
I was
he's
gonna
like,
say
I've never done this before, and he's in panic mode. Like, where's my flight attendant? Where's he at? Where's he doing all this stuff? So
you know his blood pressure was going through.
He's going like he's like
exactly.
He's doing the shit.
Exactly.
I fucked up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not to mention the whole crew, even the people that you work with.
Yeah.
Didn't even think, you know, hey, Shawn's not down here.
And evidently, I was told that like everybody in the van was like flipping out. What? We left a crew member? Like, how can we do this? So
Shawn!
Then here's the crazy thing. So the captain on our trip, he's ex-military.
Yeah.
And me and him had this whole conversation. We were talking military and, you know, what we had done and all that stuff before. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you leave somebody behind in military? You don't
Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Military?
Yeah.
So that theory of no one gets left behind just kind of went right out the damn window, didn't it?
So now the captain, he's flipping out too because he's thinking military-wise, like,
I left somebody behind.
I left a man behind.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
And I even liked him.
And so he's saying, like, everybody's trying to figure out, like, what do we do? Like, what is this? Do we flip the bus around? You know, like, what should happen? So it was a panic mode on all levels everywhere. Like, the bus was having a panic. I'm having a panic. We're all, like, figuring it out. But, I mean, every crew member out there that travels internationally could totally get this. Like, it was just the most surreal. This doesn't happen. This is the most taboo thing in the world.
I can already tell that you're going to transition here in a minute.
Yeah. So at that point, now that I've realized they left me,
right
now, panic has turned to anger.
Pissed.
I am
pissed, dude. Pissed. I'd be pissed. I'd be so mad because you do not leave crew.
You don't leave a crew member.
You don't leave crew, man.
Especially if you're the flight attendant in charge of making sure that nobody's. You know, like
you don't leave crew.
Like,
period.
I'm thinking,
domestic
like,
or
if
international.
I was the guy in charge. My stomach is dropping. Like I screwed up.
Exactly.
You know, like it's unbelievable. So by the time I finally get to the airport, and the transportation company was fantastic. They actually had somebody meet me at the airport. They guided me through the airport so I could figure out where I was supposed to go as a crew member. They got me to security. I went through that. Then my gate was like 144. So like, in international terminals, it's a long walk to get to them, and I'm late and all that stuff. So I'm
just
slowly
increase the heart rate
walking.
a little bit more.
And then here's the other thing that was crazy about it. So I'm trying to call our company and I'm trying to get the hold of the flight attendant in charge, right? And I'm like, can I get to his number? Company's like, I'm not allowed to give you that number.
Can't do that. We can contact you, but we're not going to let you contact him.
I'm in a prison in a foreign country. I need help. Can you give me this number?
No.
We're not allowed to
we're
do
not
that.
allowed. Yeah. Good luck.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
I was like, are you kidding me? I go, we're all on company frequencies right now.
Yeah.
Give me his contact.
No.
Let me contact him and let me see if he will allow that.
No.
This is where we come to in this world. Are you kidding me?
No.
Just help people.
No.
So anyhow,
do you like all those notes?
Yeah. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you, but not hearing you. So anyhow, I I finally get his number and we connect on the phone. You had to hear that conversation. He was like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get you through. I'm gonna make sure you get here. You know, we're gonna guide you through. And I'm like, if I get to the airport, how do I get through there? I don't know how to get through because I didn't know nobody was meeting
Yeah,
me
exactly.
and all that stuff. So I was like, this is crazy. But it was like, even talking about this story right now, I'm like sweating a little bit. Like,
how do you think he felt when you were coming on his plane?
Yeah, I was like, and by the time I got to the gate, I was like, now I'm angry. Now I'm like, I'm ready to just strangle somebody. Right? I'm like,
yeah,
like,
no.
This is like.
So I said you transition.
Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But it took me a long time to come down, man. I mean, like, we get in our plane, we board the plane, we get into our service. I get done with the service. I'm into my rest period now. I get in my bunk and I'm like, what a fucking day.
You're not even halfway done.
Like,
You're not even halfway
this
done.
is it. And I'm sweating in my bunk still. It was just the
Your
most
ass isn't even halfway
surreal,
done, and you were
surreal experience of my life. And I'm sorry I'm like going on and on, but this this is such an important story for every crew member out there. Do not ever leave a crew member.
Man, I don't care, because you don't know whether okay, it could be that person had a medical problem, that person could need, you know, something hurt, they got injured.
Dude,
so
so
let's
step
many
back
reasons.
on this thing.
Yeah.
Let's take this to a new hire situation.
Yeah.
What if I was a new hire?
Gone. It'd be a
This
mess.
is my
It'd be a mess.
I have no ex-military experience. I have all this experience behind me.
Clue.
You know, like,
have
you know what I'm
no
saying?
clue
Like,
what to do. None of those phone calls would have happened.
No, yeah, they didn't know where to go and
Yeah.
how to do it. Like, I mean, we're trained to do certain things, but like, as a new hire, you're like, I got to call crew scheduling, and then we're on hold for an
Okay,
hour.
I'll give you another thing. Could you imagine though? Okay, you go on the plane, he thinks you're on board. But wait a minute, he thinks you're on board, and then you just board the airplane.
Yeah, I don't know if that could get to that point right now with the technology, because we get to like scan in and all that stuff. So I don't think it can get to there. You know, like I'm saying, but there was going to be somehow.
So at
some
that point, you know,
they're
somebody
going to be like,
but that's correct. So
Yeah.
could you imagine if he'd have got to the plane, scanned in,
right?
and then all of a sudden
They're like, you're missing one.
no, he doesn't. We brought him on. Wait a minute. At that point, complete freak out.
So here's another part of the story that I had to throw in there. That this is the most sobering feeling I've ever had of being Mr. Insignificant.
You didn't matter.
I didn't matter.
That's it.
Nobody missed me.
That's what I was saying.
I'm gonna cry right now.
Listen, you were working with these people all the way
Exactly.
from Newark to Tokyo, right?
Exactly.
So you made such an impression on your crew that you're working with that nobody was like, "Where's Shawn?"
Everybody really cared to miss me.
Yeah, exactly.
all these thoughts are going through my head. I'm just like, it literally.
You know the one thought was going through my head.
What's that?
It wouldn't have happened in Billings. Billings, Montana. We only have 4 of them. I'll make sure that there's 4 on board that van.
You could be left in the field with some elk, some caribou.
Yeah, maybe, but this shit, and everybody speaks English in Billings,
Right? That's true.
So I can Uber right to the airport.
It is that, and it's easier to count to 4 than 15.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst, right?
Dude.
But you know something? I had an incident though. The flight attendant, we were down there.
Yeah.
They left early.
Right.
That pisses me off too.
Yeah.
Because now I'm calling their room, checking on them, and they left early.
That takes me back to our incident.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In Boston?
Yeah. well,
a crew that left early?
Yeah.
Panicked me that I was late?
Yeah. We're gonna get into that.
No, we've already talked about that in previous episodes.
Yeah. No, yeah, but I guarantee you that anyone that's gone through that went through all those emotions, that freak out.
Yeah, everybody's even listening to the story. They're like, whoa, what would I have done? Like, I mean, honestly, think about this. Like, be prepared. And I will tell you, the one mistake that I made, this is my personal mistake, and I tell everybody, like, make sure if you're in a foreign country, get one person's number.
Yeah.
I did not have one person's number.
Yeah.
And that was the link that was like, I could have called or text or somebody that had been like, hey, What the fuck?
And if you're on an international crew, go down 20 minutes early.
20? Not 15?
Not 15. I wouldn't. I'd do 20. I'm straight.
The problem
I'm
was
telling
like
you.
everybody was so senior in this crew too. Like everybody was like, they're done with this layover.
Yeah.
You know, because we were delayed the whole 9
Yeah.
yards. So people were down there like 30 minutes early. Like they were just sitting around. And everybody was like, you know, let's just get out of here. And then they get on the run. And then this is how it happened. Like this is the why it happened. Because people are probably wondering that too.
Yeah.
We had a deadheader. So we had an extra crew member that was deadheading back home on that trip.
So they thought that,
And he did the count and he forgot that there was a deadheader. So he's like, boom, 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 boom. Okay, 14. We got the number. Let's go early.
perfect.
See ya.
Yeah. You didn't make an impression on anybody.
Susie, John,
Now,
Shawn.
see, you didn't make an impression on
Shawn.
the captain who was in there. You didn't make an impression on the flight attendants you work with. You didn't make an impression on the purser, right?
I hear you.
You made no impressions on anybody.
Zero.
Perfect, man.
Mr. Insignificant.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Dude, it was terrible. Terrible.
Oh my God.
Don't do that, people. I don't care where you are.
Don't make someone insignificant.
Yeah, exactly.
That's you. Whatever you do, don't make them insignificant.
I'm gonna make a shirt.
Yeah.
Mr. Insignificant.
No, I matter. You're like,
I
no,
matter.
I matter.
I'm part of this crew.
As it goes back to the Stuart Smalley daily affirmations,
Exactly.
right? I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me.
And people like me.
Yeah.
So, G, what have you been up to? And with my whole
Nothing is as exciting as you. Good Lord. Went out to eat a couple times. I had to tell you this. So go out to eat, you know, which, you know, I don't do a lot.
Right, no.
So I go out there and I'm not even going to say the restaurant, this first one, but show up. They first of all lost us our place in line. You know how when they're seating you and your name gets
you're
in there?
waiting for it.
So we're sitting over there for like 45 minutes. I'm like, they haven't even freaking called a name out. So go over there, find out. Yeah, we were on this list. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? We've been sitting over there 45 minutes. These people came in. So anyway, we go sit down. We get a waitress. Have you ever had a waitress forget everything?
Dude, flight attendant,
Forget
but not
everything, dude. I mean, forget everything.
Yeah, that's a bad waitress.
No, we sat down. So she comes out and she's like, hey, you know, everything's, you know, seems like she's real nice. And I'm like, okay, this will be good. She's got a great personality. She comes out and they, you know how they set the silverware down and everything. Yeah. So comes out, gives Deb the Diet Coke, and then forgets my water. Right. I'm like, okay, you forgot my water. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back and get the water. And then she comes back and I'm like, you forgot the bread. You know, the stuff. And she's like, oh, dang it. And she goes back and, you know, like 10 minutes later.
Every stage was she was forgetting
comes back, only has one thing of bread. I was like, did you have all those other kinds of bread? Yeah, we don't have those right now. They're cooking. I'm like, so we only get this little hard piece of bread? I'm like, okay. So I already knew what we were ordering.
Right.
So goes gets the meals, brings the meals out, forgets to bring Deb's out.
The meal.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then she brings it out. It's burnt. Completely burnt.
Dude.
Burnt. I mean, crispy. I go to bite mine, cold.
You know what I do.
I know, but listen, I'm
you know what I do.
But you know me. I'm sitting in this. I'm like, I'm totally disbelieved.
Right.
So anyway, she forgets everything.
There wasn't ever a time where she
there wasn't anything. She didn't forget anything. I mean, she forgot everything. She didn't remember anything.
Was she young or old?
No, she was like mid-20s.
This wasn't like dementia or anything.
No. But this whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm in disbelief.
Yeah.
I mean, all it is like a pasta meal.
Yeah. This is your job.
Yeah.
All you do is take orders and serve them.
And then to put it down. But okay, if you're a waiter or waitress and you're bringing out food, if that shit was burnt, would you bring that out?
Dude, it's the same thing on a plane. Like, I don't serve stuff that I won't eat.
No, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the rule. That's the golden rule in service.
Exactly, because if somebody gave you like a plated dish and that shit was like burnt onto the
Yeah.
ceramic. You're not taking a shit. You'll be like, you take it out. I am not delivering that,
No,
right?
I'm not delivering
So
that.
she brings out the things that's all crusted. So then they bring her meal back out again, and they forgot the onions. So they had the. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, can I just have the bill? So
Yeah.
and so she goes in there, and what do you think she forgot to do?
Took off whatever their
Yeah.
meal.
Yeah, I'm like, no. She didn't take anything off.
Right.
I had my credit card sitting right here for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh,
She's
nice.
walking around. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, the bill? And she's like, oh, I forgot. Like, so you forgot everything,
Yeah.
the whole thing. And now I'm supposed to tip you.
Are you going back to this restaurant?
No.
This is good.
It was horrible.
This is good.
It was horrible.
These
then-
are live and learn experiences,
Okay, so-
right?
so
Which you
I-
hate going through. But
All right. But then I thought, okay, I'm going to just give it another try. So, you know me in Mexican restaurants.
Right.
So I went to another Mexican restaurant, sat
Mhm.
down, just ordered some cheese enchiladas.
Yeah.
Dude, they would clog your arteries.
Ugh.
They were so bad. And then it was cold again.
I'm gonna tell you this: Mexican restaurants, to me, like they're hit and miss.
Yeah.
Like there's a million of them, right? They're everywhere, but there's only a few good ones to me. Like
Yeah.
it's like you go to them and like, it's okay. This is okay. This is terrible. This is okay. But every now and then you'll find one that's like, okay.
The only thing I've seen ever okay in the Mexican restaurants is the salsa and chips.
They can mess that up too.
That's it. I haven't had those messed up.
Oh yeah, I can have some bad chips.
Well, no.
You ever had bad chips?
Yeah, no, because
Yeah.
they've been cold.
Yeah.
You can't
just or like they're just like bland. And there's no
Did
salt.
you you wonder like if they brought cold ones out if it was like somebody else's table?
Dude, who knows? Yeah. I try not to think that way. But thanks for giving me that thought now.
Yeah, so my eating adventure wasn't as exciting as you're being lost.
Dude, did you go to that new Mexican restaurant I told you down the street that I was like
Yeah, I
love
did.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
And you didn't like it?
No.
Really?
No, I didn't.
Why is that?
The food was cold. You said it was going to be hot.
The food was cold.
Yes, the
Oh,
shit was cold.
That's weird.
Yeah. So
Because we love that restaurant.
I know, but I know I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean they give you huge portions. In this
They do,
restaurant.
but
Yeah.
I don't care what the portion
Yeah,
is. If
but
it's
it was
not
cold.
it's cold.
We didn't have that. Experience.
Not supposed to be cold.
Our plates were like.
But
hot,
you ever
can't even
notice
touch
like
it.
they make the plates so damn hot because they stick them
can't
in
touch
the,
it.
Well, no, do they stick them in those ovens?
Yeah, they put them in the whatever.
That like brick
Yeah.
oven thing?
Oh no, they have those like warmer things. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
Like,
I'm not talking about that. But you know how they slide the plate in one of those
Oh,
ovens?
they might.
Yeah.
But they do make it so hot that you can't even touch it.
Exactly. It's like it seems like it's sizzling,
So
but
then
then
how
you go
is the-
bite it. It's not. It's
Oh, really?
cold, Sean. They wrap that shit up cold and they put it on that plate and they shove it in that oven.
Yeah,
Was not good.
that's too bad.
Yeah.
I like that restaurant.
All right, let's go around the globe. You know what amazes me is I was watching this video, and it blows my mind how you seen this group of these three thugs start bringing a beat down on this guy on the street.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't do anything. They said something to him, and then they just jumped on him, started beating the crap out of him.
And there was a video of this.
Yeah,
So they were playing
in San Jose, California, right? And they bring the beat down on this guy. Nobody helps him. It goes back to what we were talking about, even the evacuations. Nobody was helping this guy. All they were doing was filming him getting the shit beat out of him by three guys. There's no way. I'm sorry. There's no way. If I seen somebody was getting the shit beat out of him, and you too, you jump in.
Here's my thing. All this video stuff, all this stuff needs to start having repercussions. Because to me, you know how like in law, like you go and you're with a buddy and you drive down to the convenience store and your buddy robs the store and you're like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But guess what? Who goes to jail? Both of you.
Yeah, both of you.
That's how the video should be too.
Right.
When everybody's getting mad, whoever's videoing the thing should get in trouble just as well. Because they're an accomplice to it, because they're not assisting and they're actually enabling this behavior because they're promoting it, right?
But you seen, Sean, in this video, if you watch this, you seen the guys that were sitting right there where
Just
this guy was
watching it.
getting the crap beat out of him. They just let him. Nobody did anything.
It's crazy, man.
They didn't do anything. They just sat there and they let this guy get the shit beat out of him. It just made no sense at all.
Yeah.
But what I loved, I seen. Did you watch any? Did you see any of those highlights with Arnold Classic? You know, the Arnold Classics going on right now with bodybuilding.
No.
So Arnold
Is
Schwarzenegger.
that still in Columbus?
Yeah, it was. It
Yeah.
was during the, I think it's 6th and 7th, something like that.
Okay.
But it was cool though because Arnold was like walking around everywhere and they were taking all these pictures and things
Yeah.
with him. And you know how steroids are always huge
Yeah.
for for bodybuilding. And one of the guys was like, "Hey, Arn, do you have any suggestions for me? You know how I get better?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Up your diet and then up your dosage." I love that because I was like, finally, somebody comes out and just sits there and goes, "Yeah, you got to put more steroids."
Yeah, that's
in
the only
your
way
body.
you're gonna get there.
Yeah, well, they had Ronnie Coleman, they had Jay Cutler, and all these other
Right.
guys in there. And Coleman is such in bad shape. What a cool dude!
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman is such a cool guy. One that numerous times, but man, is his body just beat the shit out of it.
Dude.
I mean,
The repercussions of
so
doing all that
many-
stuff, like later in life, when you stop doing it, that's what you see, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing, Ronnie
But
Coleman's result.
It's so many operations. I mean, it's cost him millions and millions of dollars in operations because of his body is just wrecked.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put like freaking 800-900 pounds on your back, and now you can barely walk because you're using these things to actually assist you.
The young guys that are out there and gals that are weightlifting and doing all this type of exercise and stuff, remember this. The one golden rule is all this shit's going to catch up to you.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Your body
Yep.
will remind you.
yeah.
Do
Especially
not-
when,
Yeah. Be careful on what you're doing and understand there's repercussions
Right.
to what you're doing. I have 2 knee replacements getting ready to happen. Like this is because I was screwing around when I was young, you
Yeah.
know, doing too much stuff.
yeah.
And so you just got to take care of yourself in your entire life.
Yeah, and if you wonder about steroids and these guys that do them,
Yeah.
if you wonder about that, go check out Ronnie Coleman, man.
Yeah.
And that should steer. If that doesn't steer you away from it, I don't know what would. But
Right.
but anyway, TSA shut. You're not getting paid again.
Dude. Again, what do you mean? Have they even started anything?
No.
This is the second time now that government shut down TSA
Right.
with because of their feuding.
Yeah.
This is my thing. Government service workers in any of the industries that are servicing the entire United States for security, for whatever, safety, any of that stuff, nobody should ever be able to have leveraged their careers, their lives, because you're trying to dispute a political
Absolutely.
bullshit.
Absolutely.
This should never, ever happen.
Yeah.
I mean, so here's the thing.
That's
I
the
just
same thing in
can't-
the military, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're military. No, your ass gets paid.
Yeah, everybody that is servicing this country
Yep.
to keep it safe, police officer, fire workers, TSA, Homeland Security, all military, all that stuff. Nobody should ever go unpaid because politicians are arguing. That's BS.
Right.
And to me too, and like how many times have we heard this? Everybody suggests, well, the politicians shouldn't get paid too, but guess who's got to make that law? The politicians. They're not going to make a law that says they're not going to
Oh
get
yeah,
paid.
yeah.
Right?
No, we'll just decide that nobody else gets paid.
Right. And here's the
Stupid.
other thing. Like today, I just went through, came in international, global entries shut down.
Yeah.
No more global entries. So you pay for this service to be able to be expedited. That's just a face scan.
Yeah.
And then they have one guy working the thing. No, they shut down the whole system.
Yeah.
Because so now coming in, you can't get it.
Well, and now it's spring break.
Yeah. And spring break's getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
And warn everybody out there. Listen, if you think it's going to take 2 hours to get through, times it by 2.
Yeah, and you
It's gonna
might
be
see
even
you
longer.
might see some videos that show airports and like, oh, it only took me like 3 minutes. Like, don't sit there. Don't buy into that one, man.
Especially at the big ones.
It's better to be at your gate waiting to board an aircraft than to be on the other side of security waiting to see if you get through.
Yeah. This morning in Newark, I walked into baggage claim. In the downstairs of baggage claim, it went from one end of the airport to the other end
Yeah.
of the airport was the TSA line that went up to the next level that still wound all the way around.
That's going to cause some. You're going to see more videos on that and fights and just in that alone
Right.
because
So,
there's going to be a lot of frustrated people
lots of frustrated
missing
people.
flights.
Yeah. You need to be aware, people. So if you are traveling, A lot of stuff coming up to time. And also they're talking about like, raising the prices of all our tickets and stuff because of the oil stuff happening.
That's
right
coming
now too.
That's coming.
So that's getting ready to come too.
Then we had I'm not gonna go on about this, but you had 2 more bomb threats.
Oh, people.
These ding dongs that keep doing this stupid shit. I hate that.
Yeah.
Dumb, stupid. And then you had did you see the woman that got escorted off the plane for the? They started that you got to have headphones.
Got to have headphones. Oh yeah, when you're listening on the plane, right?
Yeah, I mean we've always had that.
Yeah,
but they kind of like, okay, now you're getting taken off.
Well, if you don't want to like abide by it, like especially if she gets told, put headphones on, and I'm not putting headphones on, and you keep telling her.
Yeah,
obviously,
I love that when they do that, when they take them off the airplane, because what it does is that, at least when they put it out in the social media that these people get taken off the aircraft for doing something stupid,
right?
Then you don't have to deal with it again. But again, every time we say this, it's just like that one person, right?
Yeah.
That like 0.1% that decides to get on. You went through all that shit to sit there and think, I'm not listening to you.
Yeah. And excuse me, this is my bubble.
Yeah.
This isn't.
But she took her bubble.
World.
She took her bubble and kind of left.
That bubble just floated right off board.
That like Glenda. Remember the Good Witch? Right? Glenda the Good Witch. She's like exited stage right. But this last one, before we get out of here, this one killed me. So a captain was taxiing too fast. Okay. Yeah. And the first officer was telling him, this is the report.
Okay.
So he was taxiing too fast, and that was like their taxi speed's like 34.5 miles per hour. Okay.
Right.
So the first officer was like, you're exceeding the taxi limit. And captain was just ignoring him. He said, you're exceeding it. So the first officer hit the brakes.
Oh, dang.
And then the captain was trying to do it again. He hits the brakes, and the captain turns over, starts punching the first officer.
Oh, no doubt.
So could you imagine a brawl going on?
Here's the two pilots, and they're brawling in the cockpit.
In the cockpit.
Yeah, and they're locked in there.
Yeah. Well, it's actually the captain just punching the first officer. First officer was like, damn.
There's video of this?
No, they had. It was
incident.
Reported, an incident that was reported.
Yeah, I'm trying like, how did this happen that they have a video?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a video.
No video.
No, but it was reported, and the captain is currently suspended.
Imagine that.
Going through, maybe, do you think he'll get his job back?
Maybe.
Anger management?
Probably.
It'd be like, well, we're short on captains.
Yeah, you need to learn how to work with others.
Yeah, work well with others.
Communication. They're going to work on your communication.
Yeah, but right now, you'll have a shirt that says suspended.
Right.
All right, inspirational quote. You can't change, this is good.
All right.
You can't change the cards you were dealt, just the way you played the hand.
True. True.
Right? Because today, you couldn't change. Right?
Yeah, it was, hey,
you were dealt some shitty
I was
cards.
dealt a shitty hand.
Right?
I had to deal with it.
Exactly. Right?
Right. Good grief.
All right, guys. Man, we had a lot of fun this week. I hope you guys have a great week and come back and see us again next week.
Don't leave me.
Yeah, don't leave him. Yeah. Or,
or anybody else.
Yeah. And make sure that everybody is significant.
Yeah. Care about it.
Exactly. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for watching or listening to Cabin Pressure with Shawn and G. If you had fun with us today, help support the channel by liking, commenting, and sharing this episode. We'd love to hear your feedback too, so jump into the comments and let us know your thoughts, your travel stories, or topics you want us to cover next. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.